I'm Carol Starling, and I go to Grand Bay Community Church. I was the baby of 5 kids, so I was spoiled. When my brothers and sisters got older and they left the house, I was the only one there. I miss being held and loved and having a sense of belonging. I became a people pleaser or a goody two-shoes. To get attention from anyone, I'd do what they asked. My bubbly personality drew attention from people who took rather than gave. In our house, children were seen and not heard. God was someone we heard about at Christmas and Easter. The rest of the year, he was too busy in heaven solving other people's problems. This was the view taught by my father, who gave up pleasing a higher power because he became the higher power. No one spoke against his authority. God was introduced to me by missionaries on the island, teaching Bible stories during the week in week-long revivals. We returned to the U.S. and made our home in Mobile, Alabama. My father now became my abuser. God was out of my reach. I was not important enough to be rescued from the physical and sexual abuse. I was forbidden to talk about God or read the Bible at home. To escape the hell at home, I attended church with a neighbor and stayed with friends as much as possible. Though this time, God was there showing me the love, drawing me to himself to fill the void in my heart. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I loved writing love letters to him. I poured out my hurts, my feelings, instead of keeping them bottled up. My secret place was behind the shed in the backyard. I would go and escape there because I knew my father wouldn't come look for me. It was my safe place, my quiet place. There was a stream at the back of the yard, so it was like I was in paradise with him, with God. And then one night, I went to sleep and I had a dream. And in my dream, my friends, so-called friends, were chasing me and they were going to kill me. They said they did not like me and I wasn't in their clique, so they decided they were going to eliminate me, and they were chasing me. And I was running in this dark tunnel, and I saw a light at the end of the tunnel, and I knew that if I got to that light, I'd be safe. And as I got closer, and they got closer to me, I saw that somebody was sitting on a throne, and that somebody, the light was coming from him. And I knew who it was immediately. I reached out my hand, and I knew if I touched Jesus' hand, because I saw the nail prints, that I'd be safe. And as soon as I touched it, that's when I woke up. And I got down by my bedside, and I prayed, and I asked Jesus in my heart. And I wasn't the same again. I had more bubbly personality. I was excited to be alive. The past was in the past. In fact, a lot of the hurts and the abuse became past memories that until recently I had forgotten all about. And I went to church the following Sunday and I told them that I had accepted Jesus and that I was a Christian now. Now what do I do? And they told me I had to get baptized. Well, I was in line to get baptized, and I got baptized by water. And I knew that there was something more. And they kept preaching about being saved, hellfire and brimstone. They didn't teach you how to live a Christian life. They didn't tell me how to read my Bible, how to pray, even fasting. They didn't talk about fasting. So I did it myself. With God's help, I got my Bible out and I memorized Bible verses. And every morning on the way to school, I would memorize and I would say my Bible verses all the way to the bus stop. I'll listen to a sermon and one little phrase will come into mind and I'll write it down and I go and research. Or like recently, put on, just 2 words, put on. You would not believe how many times God says to put on something. Put on Christ. Put on love. Put on righteousness. Put on the whole armor. That means don't leave anything off. It's enlightening and it's fulfilling to know that God still speaks in His Word. But He knows what you need to hear at the right time. And He knows how to encourage you and how to give you a word so that way you have a word for someone else. Sometimes the things I go through, like somebody lying or gossiping about me, and then God says, how do you feel? Of course I feel hurt, but it's amazing. God says, but we're not going to respond like that. We're going to respond in love. Have you prayed about it? Have you talked to me about it? Have you brought them before me? I love it. I'm still learning. He's still purging. It hurts sometimes, but I'm growing.